Dazzle, it is great to see you. How are you, my dear? You've embodied in your 63-year-old body.
A 63. Thank you for saying 63. It's actually 64. So there you go.
I can never remember. Well, that's my aged elf brain can't remember much.
Well, I think you're 1 year younger than me, so aren't you lucky?
Well, in human ages, yes. Maybe not so much in elf terms, but so yeah. So how's the creativity going? What's your latest project?
Chase Jarvis's creative calling. I thought interesting. He seems to have packaged the message and the mission that we have been touting for a number of years. Is it going to be trite? And I have to tell you, he has done an absolutely phenomenal job dissecting that whole creative engagement process.
It's very interesting. I'm enjoying it. I like his the first idea that he's talking about is the whole idea of imagining and then planning, constructing, figuring out how you're going to do something, and then expanding on.
So I is imagine, D design, E execute, and A amplify. Dream of all possibilities. Design would be the planning, as many of us giving ourselves SMART goals. Execute, and that is the actual doing, and then maintaining momentum in the face of naysayers and what have you. And then amplify, which I like to say is celebrating. Sharing. Yeah.
I took it was interesting. I took that from another model that I'm familiar with, the idea of imagining and then designing or planning, and then putting it into action. That kind of goes with the planning. And then the amplifying, yes, that's sharing, but also the idea of enriching the dream, making even better, building on the creativity, making it even more creative. And that's the process of kind of critical thinking, looking at something that you've done and seeing flaws, problems, and then asking your dreaming self, oh, how can I make this better? That he talks about a little voices in our heads that stop us from doing things, and the judgment and how people shut themselves down from creativity. And how important it is to quiet them down and embark on the imagination stage as pure imagination, instead of having that little voice going, that's a dumb idea, or you can't do that, or
do you not call those saboteurs?
So there are people that call that saboteurs. Yeah. What I was just going to say is that so many of us try to imagine and dream while at the same time as we're talking and judging. And that it's really important to enter that imagination and creativity phase with those voices silent.